What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we are continuing and finishing our champs run with the full Arsenal Evo squad, and it is interesting. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you want to drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. Subscribe if you are new. I've got some comments from yesterday video and one comment from the day before because I wanted to answer it in yesterday's video and I didn't get around to it. But we are going to take comments straight away today, so enjoy some gameplay. You know, the team is pretty interesting, and the kind of the opponents that I come up against also pretty interesting. But let's get into some comments. Urpeka says, the amount of people doing kickoff glitches is actually insane. All glitches and bugs in general. Rarely people score normal goals. So, got two-pronged answer to this, and the first part is about the glitches. As I kind of explained yesterday, maybe not yesterday, maybe it was on stream, somebody asked me if I'm enjoying this game, and you know, my kind of viewpoint on it at this moment in time anyway, is that I don't mind the attacking overpowered nonsense. Excuse me. I don't mind the finesse shots, the travellas, the cutbacks, the corners. I don't mind it. It's the defensive nonsense that bothers me a lot. The triple tackle tacks, the ridiculous bounce backs, keepers parrying everything and it dropping back to an opponent, players moving their bodies out of the way on the line to let a ball go in the back of the net and things like that. That bothers me. However, there are certain things that are just so dumb broken. Like what you say, like kickoff glitches are so insane. And there's a couple of different kickoff techniques at the moment as well. Let's not call it a glitch. There's a couple of different kickoff techniques. One is the same as last year, where you just send somebody on a run, play it backwards, double tap, chip through ball. If you connect with it well, you're through on goal. You can also actually just, I don't know how people do it, because I can't ever seem to do it. I just end up running into a defender. But I concede a lot of chances from kickoffs where the person who kicks off, like, you know, they pass it backwards, and the person who gets the ball just kind of just runs in a straight line straight through the lines, and it becomes really difficult to defend. That might just be me being bad at defending. But there's also a kickoff technique, which you might see me use a couple of times in the video today, where you can kick off, immediately play a lock to one of the wide players, and then do a chip through ball, and you just go clean in, but at the angle, which isn't too much of a problem because obviously getting to the byline is really valuable in the game this year. But for some reason, no matter what your tactics are, your team doesn't pay attention to the fact that you've got the ball for ages, right? So sometimes, like, I'll go clean through on goal, and it will just take me ages to get to get back, or for my opponent, for my players to come up and to be part of the attack. But it, like, I experienced in this game, this weekend league, I experienced a different style of like nonsense in one game, and it was cross-field balls that were unbelievably accurate, and they were like for, it doesn't matter who it was, strong foot, weak foot, off target, like, so, you know, like being under a press, whatever it may be. There was so many. Oh, by the way, how nonsense. Oh, this goalkeeper, there was like this person just kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and it like locked on every time like a homing missile. And I thought they figured something out. They found something that just works, that is destructive. And so I still think, in spite of the glitches and bugs in the game mechanics that we've got so far this year, I still think there's a couple of like unearthed ones that are really overpowered and really strong that we haven't figured out yet, because they're not common practice, because people are still kind of using what was overpowered last year and kind of tweaking that. And I think there's going to be a big difference. When somebody says, sorry, to finish off the comment there from Urpeka, he says, rarely people score normal goals. Well, a cutback is probably one of the most normal goals that you have in football. Crossing as well, set pieces as well. But the problem is not that people can't score normal goals, it's that this game is not a football game. Like, I know it's a football game, but it's not a football game, right? And we talk about this from time to time with regards to like other games and how you treat them as a game. FC24 is not a football game. You can't score a normal goal on this game because there is no way to do it. And the reason why there is no way to do it stems largely from the fact that this is mostly an AI controlled like game, right? Almost everything you've got going on is controlled by the AI. You have very little human input, especially with the players that you're not in control on. You know, you can do certain things with it, like second man press and whatnot, and player runs and things. But if you tried to score a normal goal in this game, whatever that may be, however you may think that is in your mind, if you tried to score a normal goal, what you'd find is you would, without doubt, do some broken game mechanic to do it, right? Because it's just the way the game is. So I don't, again, for me personally, like, I don't care about the way you score goals or the way I score goals or the way goals are scored. You know, it used to frustrate me a lot, even though I would use the same broken mechanics myself. It used to frustrate me all the time when people would just be like, oh, down the byline, cut it back, tap it in, down the byline, cut it back, tap it in. I'd be like, oh my God, these sweats, this is all they're doing. I'll be doing the same thing, right? But now I'm just like, let me focus on improving everything that I'm in control of and ignore everything that I'm not in control of, because I'm not in control of it. If somebody's going to hit a Trivela from 30 yards out, let me worry about what I was in control of. How can I defend that better? Or when I'm in possession of the ball, let me make sure I take advantage of my chances. You know, the game we played yesterday that I lost, the live game, I have more than enough opportunities to actually score the goals and win the game, and I didn't take my chances. And if you just end up taking your chances, you will completely eradicate your opponent's what a tackle, Wubben, just kidding. Yeah, you'll completely eradicate your opponent's value in them scoring goals. The next comment we've got is from Retrox. He says, I know I'll be in the minority, but without red picks, I don't have the motivation to play champs. That's really surprising to me. It is really surprising to me because that was one of the top comments. And in general, I see a lot of people agree with you. I'll tell you why I'm blown away by people not enjoying red picks. And maybe there's a remedy for this as well. But the reason why I'm blown away from people not enjoying red picks is because when we look at the team of the week this week, you've got Van Dijk, who's 650,000 coins. You've got Bruno Fernandes, who's 140,000 coins. You've got Berardi at 40,000 coins, so you could just buy that. Rapinoe at 23,000 coins. Klaus at 16,000 coins. Everybody else is discardable. Everybody's at that discard price. So you got 5 players that are more valuable, and Otamendi at 15k. So 6 players that are more valuable than discard price, and the 284s are at the 84 team of the week price, which is 15k. The 86 Rapinoe is at 23k, which is the going price for a team of the week that's 86 rated, and then Berardi at 43.4k. He's actually quite a decent card and has got some good links. And then you've only really got Bruno at 140 and Van Dijk at 650. So although you could have red picks, you're not going to be happy. You're not getting Van Dijk or Bruno. Like, you're just not. It's just not happening. Like, maybe your person here or there will. But with the gold player picks, you've got Trailblazers Team 2, which is full of some really good players that are eligible. You've got some really high fodder cards. You've still got the Team of the Weeks on offer. Okay, they won't be red. But you've still got the Team of the Weeks on offer that you'll be able to pick up from those rewards. And next Friday, or this Friday coming up, should I say, when we get... I should have finessed that. That's dumb from me, isn't it? Yeah, next Friday when we get Centurions, because we've got the icon squads, you know, just the one set of icons now, just base icons or whatever they call it. I think they call them base icons because of the pack today. Because we've only got one style of icons, like, you know, mids, primes, prime moments, they're all gone. We're going to get promo icon teams now, like last year with the World Cup icons and the World Cup heroes, with the FUT birthday icons and heroes. We're getting that again this year. So there's going to be far more icon campaigns this year. And the first one is starting this weekend or this Friday with Centurions. We're going to have campaign icons in Centurions. And so because they're a campaign team, like Team of the Week, like Trailblazers, like whatever other promos we've had, you know, Road to the Knockouts, you'll be able to get icons in your Champs player picks, which is amazing. It's amazing. And I guarantee you that when you, like, imagine you hit I don't know, like imagine they give a Centurions Henry, like a 96 rated Centurions Henry, and you hit that in your player pick instead of having a red inform that would be worth 10k, you'll be delighted. Now, the only thing that we can talk about as a possible remedy to the situation is the fact, same as with evolutions now, right? It's the fact that I think people don't care about the fact that it was red cards and team of the week. They care about the fact that there's that association with this was my FUT Champs reward. And either what EA could do is like keep the player pool of what they've got in there the same as it is now and just make the cards red. Make those player picks red. Keep it as like promo teams and gold cards and stuff, but just make them red. Or alternatively, for those particular player picks, just put a badge on it or a trim on it. Make the outline of the card red for champs, like as if it had like its own card design, but keep the card otherwise exactly the same. I honestly think that would be a massive, massive addition. And again, it would give value to you actually doing something and earning something, and it not just being a standard piece of crap that you've got already in your club, but there would be a differentiator there of like, okay, this is really cool and I like it. Oliver says, in my opinion, put Party in over El Neni, even though he's gold. Yeah, this weekend league, I was 7-1 when we finished a couple of days ago. I was 7-2 after yesterday's video. It ended up going 7-2, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5, 8-5. Then it got 8-6, 9-6. Then I went to 9-8. And then you'll see the rest progressing on as we go. It might even be 9-8 now, to be fair. But yeah, El Neni is really bad, and Gio is really bad. And it's that contentious part of what we're doing here. On the one hand, I definitely want to get all of my Evo cards in as much as possible in terms of game time. Like, I want El Neni on so many games. But at the same time, there will come a day where Thomas Partey is like eligible to be evolved. And when Thomas Partey is eligible to be evolved, he doesn't reset back to 0 games and 0 goals. So if I actually just played with Partey instead, when it comes time to evoing him, he will then be the evoed card with hundreds of games on. And so there is something to be said, actually, in spite of the fact that, you know, we've done this weekend league now with the full Evo Arsenal team, and I'm glad we have, but there is still something to genuinely be like said about not playing with the Evo cards only, but playing with the best Arsenal cards, because then when we can Evo them, there'll be the Evo card. And then it kind of makes me think like, maybe El Neni will be the best one eventually. You know, maybe in 2 months' time, we'll have another 3 Evos for him, getting from an 80 to an 82, an 82 to an 85, an 85 to an 87, maybe something for skill moves, weak foot, things like that. A little bit of fun building them up to the point where it's like, okay, he's actually better than Thomas Partey now. But actually having options and having the ability to rotate between players could be a lot of fun. So I think for qualifiers next week and rivals wins next week, I'm going to be building into a few different Arsenal teams. But I also really want to start using some of the players that we are getting. Like, you know, obviously I got that Palacios yesterday. And because Grimaldo and Frimpong are both very good, and I've got Victor Boniface, I kind of want to put together like a Bayer Leverkusen / Bundesliga setup and play some games with them. And, you know, the Real Madrid players that I've got are really good. And I really did want to finish Rodrigo, but just don't think it's going to be worth it for me. Like, he is a bit of a beast, but I just don't think it's going to be worth it for me. The next comment we've got is from Ashboy. It was the second comment on a video as well. A bit of a sad one. He said, poor episode today, Nep. Waited all day for you to just play one game. The comment should be every episode. So just to let you know, I'm one human being, one person. I have the same 24 hours in a day that you have. I don't always have the time, especially in, like, you know, yesterday I went up to London for an event. I didn't have much time at all. It was either what you got or nothing, right? I can't always give exactly what everybody wants. Today, on the flip side, we've got loads of gameplay, loads of comments, loads of chatting to the, you know, like interacting with the chat. And so, look at that. Oh, the goalkeepers in this game pain me so bad. But yeah, I can't. I'm not a machine. Like, I can only do so much. You know, like I do put a lot of effort into this series this year. You know, I spend a lot of time grinding squad battles, grinding the Evos, grinding all the gameplay related content. Haven't grinded any menus stuff at the moment because we don't have any. But I'm working hard to make this series fun and engaging. And some days, brother, some days is just not going to be like there's not going to be lots and lots of comments and questions. It's compared to the way the Road to Glory has run over the last 2 or 3 years, maybe even 3 or 4 years actually. Back before, like, because I used to do this style of content all the time. It's a lot more effort to make the video like this than it was in previous years. It's a lot more effort. There's a lot more that has to go on in terms of actually like the editing side of things, finding the comments, making sure the timeline of the amount of comments versus the amount of gameplay makes sense, having things like run in sync. I wish it was just as easy as me being able to just be like, oh, hey, here's another 20 games, rip them up and let's get to it. But it's just not. And then the comment that I got from the video before is from Jared. He says, it's a really simple fix for me. When we had the World Cup mode, we got a rare gold player for a win. I think a return to that would be amazing. Win on rivals and get 75 plus. Doesn't even have to be rare, but just give us something for playing. People are more likely to grind the game just in case they get a banger. So he was talking about, you know, the lack of ways to get fodder from the previous video. And whilst I like that, and the World Cup thing when it had that was brilliant, like somebody actually said it in a video a couple of days ago in comments about League SBCs but gameplay related, and I've been an advocate of that for literally years. It's always been so curious to me, like, why do we have League SBCs where you can spend 20 minutes in the menus and farm loads of packs, make coins, improve your club and boost everything up, yet can't do that via gameplay? And, you know, we've got a few new objectives over the last couple of days that have been quite good. But just give us a repeatable objective, a repeatable gameplay objective. Make it in Rivals, Champs, and Squad Battles if you want, because, you know, like, you're still going to have to play the games through in Squad Battles. You can't circumvent them. It might be a bit easier, but it's still going to take the time. But give us something where it's like, play 4 games with the Premier League, you know, with 6, make it even 6 players so that people can't do 2 things at once. But with 6 Premier League players in your starting 11, win 11, score 10 goals with 6 Premier League players in your starting 11, get 10 assists, or, you know, win 2 games, or whatever the case may be. And then once you've completed that set of objectives, you get like a gold players pack. And then you do it again afterwards. And then once you complete the Premier League, all 5 of the top leagues, let's say, you know, each top league gives you a gold players pack. And then at the very end, after you get the gold players packs, first of all, you've got 60 players now, 5 of them rare. So happy days, you might pack something really good. Otherwise, you're going to have, 60 players that will allow you to build 5 2-player upgrade packs. Great for fodder, great for putting the res into the club. And then when player picks come on Monday, great for putting the res into there. But as a group reward for completing that, you get like a small rare gold players pack with a minimum guarantee of an 83 plus. And it's like, nice. Once you finish that, go and do it again. And it's one of those things where it's like, it wouldn't be game breaking because there's already so much things to get. There's already there's so much that you can do in this game on that low end. But what it would allow you to do is farm it up to the high end. Even if you put like those 60 players into 2-player upgrade packs, and those 2-player upgrade packs are all terrible, you could just use those players to put into more 2-player upgrade packs and start the cycle off again. So yeah, I'm all about trying to give more fodder through gameplay. I will say, I do think EA have done a good job so far this year with the objectives. There's a lot of objectives where you can get some really good fodder, or just packs in general. So I am a big fan of that. And I just wish we had something repeatable. That's the only thing. So the win that you just saw me get to was my 10th win. So we were 10-8. Came up against this guy with this. No, I actually got gifted a win. Viper didn't show it. So I actually went 11-8 with the gifted win. Came up against this guy in the last game. I did play it and I did win it. I wanted to see exactly how far I could go. And of course, we're still playing for the milestone wins as well. I wanted to see exactly how far we could go with the Arsenal Evo team. And if I was like 11-8 and gave away a win for 11-9, I wouldn't know. And it might sound silly, but I want to know if I can get 14 wins with this team. And especially if we do like put Thomas Partey in instead of El Neni, maybe go for like McCabe or something like that at left back. Maybe try and get an Arsenal icon with like a lot more pace or something like that. Try and get somebody up front, or put Martinelli back into the team instead of Gio because she's terrible and Martinelli's got good pace. Like I wanted to know And I found out, and we went 12-8. And honestly, even though there was a bit of stress during the sort of like back end of the games, sort of like the final 10 games, there's a bit of stress. I am elated with 12-8. I think it is a genuine, brilliant result, and it's something to build on. If we can get 14 and 16 or more wins with this team over the course of the coming months, that will be absolutely phenomenal. But with that being said, let's get our rewards. All right. So we did finish with 12 wins and 8 losses, which in hindsight, if you look at the weekend as a whole, that's really nice. You know, even from 7-1 to get to 12-8, it's nice. We played some sweats, some big teams, and I genuinely feel like I threw a couple of games away that I could have won and should have done better in. So I 100% think rank 4 is possible within the next week or two with this Arsenal team, especially because we're going to finish off evoing up the cards this week. So next week we'll just have a better team. And hopefully the icon pack tomorrow will give us a big boost. And also hopefully we get some more evos that's going to help us improve the team as well. So here we go. 3 player picks. All of this fodder is going to be good for the icon pack. Karim Benzema. Now, is he just fodder price? He's 45. Like, for me, he's like, maybe he's someone I should have in the team or on the bench at the very least because of that. That finesse shot plus, the relentless, the Trivela, being French, dead ball, tiki-taka, incisive pass. Like, that's a solid pickup. I probably won't use him for fodder. I'll probably keep him. Number 2. Take Fabinho. And number 3. Damn, 384's there. That's tough. Then we'll take Delict as well. Well, Delict's a nice little bit of fodder. That Benz is like really tasty. It's really tidy. It's a shame those aren't tradable, those right there. I don't think I completed any objectives. No, we're going to do the Trailblazer Cup tomorrow. We've got the daily objectives and the weekly objectives, but none of them matter. And then the Evos, I've still got a few little bits and bobs to do. So let's go to the store. We get the tradable pack for 11 wins as well, don't we? The 85 by 2. Oh, no, it's untradeable. Oh, and 1 tradable. Yeah, it is tradable. And then an 83 are rare players in an ultimate pack. So I've got a couple of untradeable packs from the Evo thing, like playing the 20 games. So we get a German CDM Kimmich. No, it's not Kimmich. It is a double walkout, though. It's Oberdorf and... Go on, Kylian Mbappe. Virgil van Dijk. Ter Stegen. That's some good fodder. That is some good fodder. That really helps with the icon pack. That does. An 87 and an 89. No dupes here either, which is quite nice. We've also got the 83 plus as well from playing with the centre-back. Don't be Delict. Oh, actually, I would have preferred it was Delict than Botman. Yeah, from playing with the Evo cards again. And then a 50k pack. Come on. Give us a special card. Yes! It is a special card. Oh, it's Teddy Tumor. Let's go. He's got an alright card. Worst case scenario, we'll get a little 10,000 coins from that. Yeah, he's discard price. Man, I really like the look of this card. I think he could be a lot of fun. Doesn't have the best play styles. Oh, we get two 284s, Munain and Nzola as well. And then the ultimate pack. Go on, give us another one. Nope, not this time. Sadio Mane. No, it's going to be Koulibaly. Wow. Ultimate packs are stinky. Stinky. It is just so bad. Like, other than the 84 selling for like 1,200 coins, it's a full discard pack. And then the 85 by 2. Robertson. Oh, this is a walkout though, isn't it? It's Little. Double walkout. Another good bit of fodder for the icon pack, although this is tradable, I suppose. And Magol. I think I'll probably sell those to start building the coin balance back up. What's Magol worth? Maybe like 18, 19,000. Oh, is she like nearly discard price? That's quite nice. And then Little. About 10, 12,000 coins by looks of things. Oh, wow. These players like discard price, or sorry, max bin. That's pretty mad. With the coins that we got from squad battles yesterday, yeah, see, we're up to 110,000 now again, which is really cool. Once I sell everything, we're going to be in a good spot. In terms of the team, guys, I'm sure you're very interested to know how I thought it played this weekend. I struggled with the goalkeepers a lot. I used Zinsberger. She was awful, as you would have seen in some of those games. Ramsdale was awful. Maybe until we get an Arsenal Evo goalkeeper, we just put in like a beast goalkeeper, or maybe we go by Petr if I've got enough. Cedric's decent. Needs a bit more pace, mind you. But he's decent. Wubbenboy is goated. Kivior is good. I'm very excited to have him fully evoed. I think he's going to be insane. And Maritz as well, when she's fully evoed, I think will be a hell of a lot better because she is actually quite good. We've got Declan Rice as a beast. El Nenny's terrible. He definitely needs another evo or two to become even remotely usable. He's absolutely awful. Smith Rowe, you know, like we've played obviously nearly 300 games with Smith Rowe and got a decent return from him. But actually, that's not really a decent return. Like, this game is just full of goals. So the fact that he doesn't even have a goal per game or a goal, like, or assist per game ratio shows just kind of how bad he is. And it's just all comes down to the lack of pace. Like, him not having pace, it makes all the difference in the way he plays. You know, even if we give him a catalyst, we can only get him up to, like, 88 pace. So I love Smith Rowe because he has scored some banging goals. He's good with Travellas, and he's probably better as a central cam rather than a wide cam, but we're playing a 4-2-2 this time around, so that's how he's playing. Kai Havertz is actually quite similar as well. He's probably got a better goal return ratio. He has 299 games for him and then 301 goal contributions. But again, he's just a bit slow. But overall, I like Havertz a lot, and that's a lot of games. That's more than I thought. We have got Gio Quiroz. I don't like her at all. I think even, look at that, 5 goals, 15 assists. Even when she's fully evoed, I don't think she's going to be very good. But part of the series, the way it's going to be working for FUT Champs. And then Dennis Bergkamp, guys, honestly, I bought him for what, 339. As you can see there, 18 goals, 13 assists in 23 games. It's poor, and I'm very disappointed in what he was offering. I thought he'd be very good with the play styles that he's got, with like the stats that he's got. I thought he'd be very good. He's now down in the 330 range as well, so maybe even a bit less than that. Yeah, maybe like 320. So I don't know if I'm going to sell him just yet. Might wait until I try and get like around like 350, 360 for him, if that at all is possible. But I've been very disappointed with him. But for today, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. For now, guys, I'm out. Peace.